I gotta say is wow on these new ELD updates. I just came off of, well, it was supposed to be my 10-hour break, and spent 9 hours, 9 minutes and 40 seconds in the sleeper. So I had got up this morning, and basically I'm at a truck stop. It's like two truck stops combined, and I drove across the little mom and pop truck stop over here to the Loves. I literally drove across the parking lot, and you see right here this 5 minutes and 37 seconds. It threw me on drive time, and I even called Landstar, and I was like, you know, what's going on with this? Who's in charge of making these rules? And apparently the DOT is behind all these updates. It's not Landstar. So I'm pretty sure everybody everywhere is experiencing this. But yeah, if you go over 5 miles an hour, it's now gonna throw you onto driving time. And you see up here at the top, 22 minutes. So I have completely interrupted my 10-hour rest break, and I have to wait another 2 hours pretty much before I'm able to drive. So YouTube, good morning. So I wanted to talk about these new ELD updates that they just updated. This morning I drove across the parking lot over here at a Loves on the 70, and before I get to the 15, and I drove across the parking lot, and it kicked me on the driving time. Apparently I went over 5 miles an hour, and it kicked me onto driving time, and it interrupted my 10-hour rest period. So called Landstar. Obviously they can't edit drive time. I had woken up super early this morning. You know, I woke up super early for a reason, so I could get going early. And now I'm sitting here waiting 2 more hours because I went over 5 miles an hour, and it threw me onto drive time. So Landstar can't do anything about it. I can't do anything about it. You know, they keep updating these logs or these ELDs and making changes, and honestly they're changes that don't make sense. They make absolute zero sense. You know, there's 1,000 reasons why us as drivers might have to move in the middle of the night, you know, to a different parking space. Or you know, for example, like this morning where I got up early, I drove across to the fuel island, went over 5 miles an hour. Guess what? Now I gotta wait. So I don't agree with this. It's not right. I feel like the whole thing is over-regulated. They're constantly putting new updates. I honestly don't know who makes these rules or why, but I can almost guarantee you they've never asked a driver, hey, what do you think about this rule? Oh, you know what I mean? It's just causing more work for everybody. You know, the lady in the office doesn't want to have the same conversation 100 times a day, you know, running in circles with these drivers. You know, I even asked her, how many times have you had this conversation a day? And you know, it's just causing more work for them. Their phone lines are busier. They're having to have the same conversations. You know, there's nothing that they can do about editing drive time. And, you know, it's causing more issues for us as drivers. You know, they're also saying that we can't even sit in the driver's seat if we're back there in the sleeper or off duty, which also doesn't make sense, because how many times in the middle of the night, you know, you get your truck nice and warm, and then you shut it off to give that engine a break, right? You might wake up in the middle of the night to crank your truck back up. How are they going to tell us we can't sit in the driver's seat? You know, how are they going to tell us that we can't go over 5 miles an hour before it kicks us onto drive time in a parking lot? You know, there's some other things that I don't agree with the personal conveyance time. Just a lot of this stuff, I feel personally, is over-regulated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the numbers to the Department of Transportation. I'm going to call in. I'm going to leave my opinion. And try to get a hold of as many people as I can, or any higher ups I can talk to let them know my thoughts on this. So, I told the lady at Landstar, you guys should be calling in on this too, because it's just creating more work for everybody, and we don't like it. So, if you guys watching this video want to call in, that would be great, because if we don't speak up, nothing's ever going to change. It's going to keep being over-regulated. They're going to keep implementing all these rules and regulations on us, and nothing's going to get better. So if we stay silent, nothing's going to change. So leave a comment below if you agree. Leave a comment below if you disagree. Leave a comment below if you're going to call in today like I'm going to call in, because this is bullshit. So anyways, hit that like, subscribe button. See you guys in the next one.